couple of my recent projects, such as making tongs, I've had to use quite naturally rivets. Now, the sizes common to me are 6mm diameter and 10mm diameter. I've looked everywhere on the internet. I've looked on Fleabay, I've looked on engineering companies, and yeah, rivets are available if you want to buy thousands, but I can't find anywhere at all that will sell, say, 10. So I searched the internet and found a video by one Alec Steele. Opinions are divided upon him, of course, and in it he was using a thing he described as a monkey tool, which was, if you can imagine it, a hammerhead blank, obviously no handle and no hole for the shaft, in which he drilled a slightly oversized blind hole into which he put his hot stock, almost cut through, twisted it off, and then hammered the rivet head. Then of course his problem was to get that out of the hole. Now of course he drilled a hole slightly oversized, 1/2 mil, but he still had to quench the whole tool to quench the stock and then screw it out with a pair of tongs. I discussed this with my teacher and a couple of ideas I'd had, and came to the rapid conclusion that obviously a blind hole isn't really the way to go forward. So to that end, I haven't got a hammerhead blank because I haven't got that kind of steel knocking about. This is a chunk of sledgehammer head that I've cut off on the chop saw. I've got to dress these edges up there sharp, and I've drilled a 6.5mm hole in the top. I've counter drilled a 10mm, obviously to enable me to drift the piece out if it binds up. That's not exactly in the middle, but it doesn't really matter. Now, Mr. Steele used his monkey tool, which didn't have a handle, with a glove on, and he'd swivel it round, you know, depending on which way he wanted to strike the piece he was working on. When I said this to the teacher, I said, and he just used it like that, and the teacher said, oh, well, he said, when you're striking the hot stock, mill scale's going to fall on this part of your hand. That's the softest part of your hand there, virtually. He said it's going to fall on there and burn you. He said you'll own the prospect, which isn't likely when you've done a bit, that if you miss that head, you're going to strike your hand. And I said to my teacher, I wonder why he's wearing a glove, and that's the answer. So the plan is, I'm going to test this as is, and if it proves to be okay, I'm going to weld a handle on it. Now, the head of this, if you can see there, is showing some signs of wear, so it's got a steeper slope here than there. So I'm going to dress it with flat wheel on an angle grinder to get a smooth dome there, so I can strike either side with a hammer without fouling the hammer. Then I'm going to light the fire and test him out. Hey, hey. Right, I've domed the head now. The length of a typical rivet is 50mm. This is just 50mm, there or thereabouts. Now what I've got to do is I've got to heat the stock, bring it out the fire, cut almost all the way through, all the way round, a bit like making a mold really, put it back in the fire, bring it out, insert it in the tool, snap it off, and then form the head. Now to form the head I've got to leave 1.5 times the diameter of the stock proud of the tool, which in this case is 9mm, which in my book is near enough 10. Now I've got to have 50mm to go through the tool plus 10mm to form the head. So to ensure I get those measurements correct, I'm setting this adjustable tri-square at 60mm. When they come out the fire, I'll offer the tri-square up to the hot cuts, put the stock up to the stock there, and there I've got a mark. And hopefully that will work. We're going to find out in a minute. I have to use this tool with a glove on this time because otherwise I'll burn my hand. No, never right, is it? Failed, totally failed. In an effort to solve this problem, I'll put a piece of 6mm in to the tool until it bottomed. I marked the piece with chalk. I actually measured it with calipers to find out it was 56mm. Now I've used the calipers at 66 to set my level bevel, my adjustable square. Now I'm going to try it at 66, which is the exact measurement it should do. That isn't exactly wonderful, but that is a usable rivet. Oh, it's a bit on one side. That's usable, that is. Right then. Job done. Prove the tool works. Now I've got to weld a handle on him. Now this is exactly the same problems I have when I make nail heads. The head of the rivet is nowhere near central on the shaft of the rivet. I'm just going to drop that in the bottom of the quench tank. Ah! Oh, it goes from bad to worse, doesn't it?